Hello beautiful people, I'm Nicole and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be covering comparatives and superlatives so you can understand them and feel confident in using them in everyday conversation. This is one of those topics that may seem very simple at first, but then you can maybe ask yourself, is it more simple or simpler? That's what we're going to clear up today. Let's get started. Alright, let's start off simple. Comparatives are used when we compare two things, and a superlative is used when we compare three or more things. Let's have a look at some example sentences with comparatives. This coffee is stronger than the one I had yesterday, and my laptop is lighter than yours. And some superlative examples are: this is the strongest coffee in the cafe, and that is the lightest laptop in the shop. An important thing to remember is that superlatives always use the. So, the strongest, the lightest. Let's have a look at the patterns. So first we're going to look at the sentence structure of a comparative. It is the subject, verb, comparative, then object. Some examples: she is taller than her brother, the road is safer than the highway, my job is more successful than yours. Now let's have a look at the superlative pattern. The sentence structure is subject, verb, the superlative, and the rest of the group. Let's have a look at some example sentences. She is the tallest in her family. This road is the safest in the city. That was the most stressful day of my life. And in these example sentences, you'll notice we do not use than in superlatives. So with comparatives, we say bigger than, smaller than. But in superlative sentences, we use the biggest, the smallest. Now let's have a look at forming comparatives and superlatives. I want to break this down into a few rules so that you can understand the rules and even some of the exceptions. Rule 1. Single syllable adjectives. We add er and est to the end of the word. For example, fast, faster, fastest, cold, colder, coldest, tall, taller, tallest. Rule number 2. The CVC pattern. Consonant, vowel, consonant. We need to double the last letter of this word and add er and est. For example, big, bigger, biggest, hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest. Rule 3, the two-syllable adjective. This is in most cases. We're going to add more and most. Let's have a look at some examples. Careful, more careful, most careful. Modern, more modern, most modern. And expensive, more expensive, most expensive. Rule number 4, words ending with y. We want to replace the y with an I. Let's have a look at some examples. Easy, easier, easiest. Busy, busier, busiest. Lucky, luckier, luckiest. It's the spelling that mostly counts here. Rule number 5, words ending in OW. We're going to add ER and EST. For example, narrow, narrower, narrowest. Shallow, shallower, shallowest. These words do not feel like they roll off of your tongue, but I promise you they are correct. Rule number 6, adverbs ending with ly. Again, we use more and most. Let's have a look at some examples. Quickly, more quickly, most quickly. Carefully, more carefully, most carefully. Some adjectives use both forms. I'm going to use simple as an example here. Simpler, simplest, more simple, most simple. Both are correct, although I will mention simpler and simplest sound most natural or more natural. For example, the explanation is simpler than the last one, We can also say the explanation is more simple, but this just does not sound as natural. But keep in mind, both are acceptable. Let's have a look at another example, like friendly. Friendlier or more friendly. Both are correct, but more friendly sounds a lot more natural. For example, the staff here are more friendly than the ones at the other hotel. You can use friendlier, but in modern English, it's become accustomed to use more friendly, simply just because it's easier to say and sounds smoother. And let's have a look at another word, clever. Cleverer or more clever? More clever sounds a lot more natural. For example, that was a more clever solution. Cleverer can be used, it is grammatically correct, but it just feels very awkward to pronounce the word, so people generally prefer to use more clever. Now, irregular adjectives, which do not follow the rules. Very similar to irregular verbs, irregular adjectives do not follow any of these rules, and you will need to memorize them. Let's have a look at some examples. Good, better, best. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. Far, further, furthest. Let's use these in some example sentences. That was the best movie I've seen this year, and this is the worst traffic I've ever experienced. Now that we've had a look at all of the rules and some of the exceptions, let's look at how and when we actually use these in real life. We use it to give opinions, compare experiences, and describe preferences. Let's have a look at an example sentence for each. Giving an opinion. I think this cafe is better than the one we visited yesterday. Then when we compare experiences, my trip to Cape Town was more relaxing than my trip to Johannesburg. And describing preferences. I prefer tea because it's less strong than coffee. Let's do a quick quiz so that we can test what you remember and what you understood. I'm just going to remind you, look out for the words like the and than. These are really good giveaways to know if we're going to be using a comparative or a superlative. Let's have a look at the questions. Question 1. The book is interesting than the last one. 2. She is the smart student in the class. This is the bad day ever. My house is big than yours. He runs fast than me. Alright, let's have a look at the answers and see if you got them correct. Let me know in the comments how many you got. Number 1. This book is more interesting than the last one. Number 2. She is the smartest student in the class. Number 3. This is the worst day ever. Number 4. My house is bigger than yours. And number 5. He runs faster than me. And that's it. You have mastered the comparatives and superlatives. Just remember, try use these now in your daily conversations. Practicing it and reusing them is truly the best way to practice and feel more natural when using them. Be cool, not a fool. Subscribe for more English tips and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. And if you would like one-on-one classes with me, you can scan the QR code on the screen or click the link down in the description to find my page. And I'll see you in the next one.